been 165 days, hard to imagine, since Hamas attacked, kidnapped and killed and raped Jews in Israel. Of course, they still hold more than 100 hostages, some of them Americans. The attacks divided our nation for some odd reason, leading to protests across the country, retaliation against Jews, especially on college campuses. And even in one particular case, at an elementary school in Berkeley. And what happened at the elementary school is particularly troubling because it involved second graders. The second graders were instructed to write "Stop Bombing Babies" on Post-it notes and put them on the door of the school's only Jewish teacher. Rachel Lerman is senior counsel at the Brandeis Center, part of the complaint filed against the Berkeley Unified School District. Rachel, as far as you understand, has anybody been fired yet because of this?
You know, we do think that one teacher has been suspended or put on leave immediately after we filed the complaint.
Okay, so this is one. So was it one teacher, one class that was told to write these Post-it notes, or was it broader?
This was a high school teacher that was put on leave. We started, we've been working on college campuses for many years, and we recently started looking at K through 12, kindergarten through 12th grade. And after October 7th, honestly, our phone just rang off the hook with parents calling us in distress about what was going on in their children's schools. And it's not just Berkeley Unified. Berkeley is one of the schools that's affected. And Berkeley Unified consists of many schools, including high schools and middle schools and lower schools. So what you're looking at in this picture is one of the incidents we put in our complaint to the Office for Civil Rights, because the idea that 7-year-olds are being asked to participate in this kind of, condemnation of Israel, which they could not possibly understand, and then placing that outside the Jewish teacher's door is just, just awful.
It's kind of beyond the pale to me. Look, I lived in Israel for 4 years. I covered Hamas and Gaza and everything else, and it kind of reminds me of some of the things we would hear about from the UN-run schools, both in Gaza and in the West Bank, of what they were teaching about Israel and teaching to hate. Not quite to that level, but not quite to that level, but it's getting there. Look, you all are fighting for civil rights. You filed this complaint with the Office of Civil Rights as it relates to funding and education. You also follow these cases as it relates to all sorts of other things. We saw a lot of examples in 2020 with the BLM movement in terms of how the civil rights offices respond to complaints about either racism or religious discrimination. Are they taking anti-Semitism and the calling for the killing of Jews as seriously as they did, say, charges about racist teachers in 2020?
Well, the Office for Civil Rights has been opening a lot of complaints. We haven't yet seen the results of the investigations, but we do think they take it seriously. We also, it's when it comes to the Office for Civil Rights, Jews aren't protected as a religion, but as a people. So I think they've started to recognize that attacks on Israel, which is central to most Jews' idea of their sense of Jewish peoplehood, is discrimination against Jews, and it's unlawful. The school is responsible for stopping it and making sure it doesn't happen again. And that's not what we're seeing at Berkeley, which is why we filed the complaint.
That's not what we're seeing around a lot of the country. Rachel, you're doing great work. Let us know when the Office of Civil Rights gets back to you. We'll be fascinated with the results of their investigation. Thank you.